Mr. Brian Clarke. What an honor.
Brian Clarke.
This is my favorite employee of the entire PPA.
The man, the myth, the legend. Brian, what's your official title?
My official title is the Chief Tour Officer for the PPA.
So, what does that entail? Tell us what you do.
I try to keep Tyler from bugging other people, players, fans, employees.
Is that successful?
No, there's nothing I can do to try to stop that. Except when you're around. Then that distracts
I try,
him.
I know.
It's great.
How long have you been with PPA?
A little over 2 years now.
So tell us like a little bit like the growth that you've seen. I mean, I'm sure
it's so hard to paint that picture unless you've come out to our events, and that's the great thing is, having been on the other side of it, when I would host 4 or 5, PPA events, and every year it came back, it was better, it was bigger, it was different.
Yeah.
And that's what I've tried to continue to build on. It's great to have the partners and support that I have. And frankly, it's great to have players like Tyler who isn't afraid to share exactly how he feels about every condition we had.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, we are in
Feedback is always good, right?
Feedback is great.
Always good.
I mean, we are in a 2-story VIP tent. Like, it's pretty insane that this is what PPA's kind of grown into.
Pickleball's become, right?
Yeah, yeah.
A legitimate, full force sport that takes up a big part of our world, obviously, but it's amazing to me how many new people we get at every tournament, whether it's amateur players, fans, people who watch your podcast and say, hey, I want to come see what this is.
What's Tyler's biggest complaint?
There's a list of them.
Yeah, it's very lengthy, and I know we only have a few minutes here. But I think his biggest, and I wouldn't say complaint, but it's our conversation about how do we get every single pickleball match that he plays indoors with the same space, same court conditions, same lighting that we have for outdoors.
How's the progress on that?
It's fluid.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have jumps and leaps, and sometimes things are more painful than we'd like them to be, but that's part of my job. Part of our role in the sport is how do we make it better?
Yeah.
Are you catering, you yourself?
Personally?
In your role with PPA, are you catering towards the pros or towards the amateurs?
Yes.
Both.
Absolutely. One of the things that really attracted me to PPA was play where the pros play.
Uh-huh.
And having grown up and played junior tennis, college tennis, unsuccessful for money tennis, both my kids played college tennis, is the idea that the USTA, in my mind, tennis really lost its way with splitting up pros and amateurs, juniors, all different tournaments, all different sites. Having a tournament like this where everybody's here playing, and you get to walk by a Tyler.loong or someone you actually recognize, I think is pretty incredible for the amateurs, and it's very inspiring for the juniors.
Yeah. It's funny you say it because down on the boulevard there's a sign right outside the players' lounge, and it says "Pro Player Crossing," and they've got to walk across that to go to the courts. Name another sport, literally, where they're like, I mean,
that accessible.
Yeah.
Again, one of the.
Now, Genie's probably a little too accessible, but.
Yeah, and that's part of the complexity of what we do is as we get bigger, there's a lot more demands on our pro players, on my team, on fan. How do we balance all of that? And I'd like to think we do a pretty good job of it, but we're always looking for ways to get better.
Yeah.
And again, I joked about it, but getting feedback from pro players, from amateurs, from fans, that's the only way we get that done.
Yeah.
Real quick, so I talk to a lot of the employees. I'm friends with a lot of them, and I think a lot of the amateurs, a lot of people, they don't understand what goes into these tournaments. How early you have to go there to set up the courts, to change the courts, everything like that. How early are you getting to these venues to transform them into pickleball courts for the most part?
Let's see. when I first started, it was a good 8 to 10 days.
So you get there 8 to 10 days before the tournament starts.
Over a week before it started. We've got that down to the painting company, Just Courts, which is fantastic. Gets in typically 5 to 6 days, depending upon when the club can get us access for them to convert tennis courts to pickleball courts. My team arrives 5 days, the night of the 5th day before, and they begin work the 4th day. We have 4 days of build out.
Yeah.
And then we're ready to go.
What's the hardest? Is it just transforming the courts? Is it the fencing? Is it the signage?
It varies depending upon the type of club, the type of facility that we're at.
What have been some of the craziest mishaps or complaints you've received or witnessed at these tournaments?
Nothing will ever beat the Vulcan ball in Bristol flying through the air and catching the tennis light structure and disintegrating into 30 pieces. That's
great. That's great advertising.
That's about as good as it gets.
Honestly, it's kind of like a foreshadowing of what happened to the brand.
Well, that I'm not going to get into. We loved our relationship with Vulcan. They were great people to work with. We're also super excited about the Lifetime ball and what it's brought from a consistency standpoint for play.
So I'm sure you remember, I don't know if you were with them or not, but I believe one of the tournaments, San Clemente, last year or 2 years ago, there was a full day that was played. And then people came up and said, you know what? The lines are about 6 inches off. And they had to repaint. Do you recall that situation?
I am not familiar, nor do I recall, nor can I speak to that specific incident.
Was that you that painted those courts?
Wait. Or what about when the hype guys were painting courts the morning of a match? In full wigs.
Full regalia? Yeah, wow. I was not a part of that either.
See?
We have come a long way.
Yes, you have. You have.
And, things happen. I'd like to think that the PPA has given me all the tools and people necessary so that when a mistake's made, we get it taken care of, we get it remedied as quickly as possible.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Those are great stories. Like, as it grows, right? Those are going to be incredible
that's the
stories.
Character,
yeah.
right? I mean, if the PPA ever becomes just rules and lines and in and out, we've lost something.
I'm actually, shockingly, I'm reading this book about the NFL and like when it started, and the stories are insane. Like literally, like dudes owning a laundromat and literally like gambling money in the back of the laundromat so that he can pay the players' salaries. Like just the stories and stuff and where they're playing and having to move and literally just like pulling up cars to light the field so they can finish a game. Like I think those stories are what's, like you said, are going to add the character to it. And
the first time I met Connor and Bryce.
You were with Lifetime before.
I was with Lifetime before. They came down to the Peachtree facility in Atlanta to run that first tournament. It was the three of them. They were in that van, right?
Yeah.
And they got there, and I met them, and I was not sure how I was going to communicate back to Lifetime that it's three guys running this event. And then they were there all night, put everything together. And within the first half hour the next morning, as I saw the amount of people, especially the energy level that they all had, the enthusiasm, the passion, and I called back and I started talking about we have to be a bigger part of this. This is amazing what PPA has captured with pickleball and what pickleball has done with the American public.
Yeah.
What's in store for next year, for 2026 with the PPA Tour and the venues?
A great question again. I think what we're trying to do in order to meet the needs of all the segments of people that are super important to us is identify those venues that are absolutely tremendous, fantastic, that are great partners for us. Try to make sure that we elevate the experience at those places, while at the same time have an eye out for something new, something different, something exciting. Because it's not just one group of people that play pickleball. It's not just people who can only play indoors. It's also people who want different kinds of weather and want to be on the East Coast, the West Coast. So we're constantly looking for facilities that can hold what's become so big because of the passionate players out there.
Yeah, love that.
Love it. Anything else, Jimmy?
No, thanks for coming
How
on.
do people find you?
How
Yeah.
do you find me?
How do people
You
find
want
you?
people to find you?
So I walk around the venue.
Yeah.
No, I like to talk to people face to face.
Yeah.
I
Old
really
school.
do.
Boomer.
Wait,
look at me, I'm old.
Wait,
Yeah,
where'd you play college tennis at?
Northern Arizona in Flagstaff.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little
So I'm
NAU.
a
The
desert rat.
Lumberjacks.
Lumberjacks, you bet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, so people can find you in person. You like to having these old school face-to-face conversations.
I do because
I imagine you're not on social media.
not unless I have to be.
Okay,
No,
unless-
not unless two guys talk me into coming and joining them.
Oh, you got to watch this one.
Okay, we appreciate you coming on, Brian.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Brian.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.